Good morning, my loves. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Today is Friday and I'm so happy. I love Friday, my favorite day of the week. I am heading, first of all, this morning to counselling. And I wasn't going to mention that, but I just thought, like, why would I keep that to myself? It's not a big deal. It's important to me to voice what I'm doing, and I have been attending counselling for 3 months, I believe, something like that. And do you know what, as the time has gone on, I have needed to go less and less. So I needed to go every week, and now I'm going every fortnight, and soon it'll be every month, and then not at all. And now that life is just a lot happier for me, and you know, things are kind of working themselves out at the moment, counselling will not be a necessity for me. But I think it's important that if you do need help, that you go and you get help. And I mean, I haven't really spoken too much about that obviously on my beauty channel. I didn't feel like I wanted to voice what I was doing, but you know what, because I felt like it was no one's business. But you know what, I have a platform, and you know, if you need help with your mental health, go and get it. I don't make a big deal about going to counselling. It's not like a thing I'm like, oh god, I have to go to counselling, I need to go. No, I just go. It's like going and filling your car up with diesel. If it needs it, you go and you do it. So the same with me. If I need to get help for my mental health, I just go and I just do it. It's like a second nature. It's not something I think about, and I just go and I do it. And I talk for an hour with my counsellor, and then I leave, and everything I've discussed in that particular session I leave behind, and I don't, you know, think about it anymore. I've let go of it and release it and whatever. And I just found that it really helped me, and I would recommend it to anybody who does need any help with their mental health, to go and get help with your mental health. Same back in January when I went to my doctor, and she thought that I may have needed to go on medication, and I was like, that's fine, I'm happy enough with it. It was a crutch I needed at the time, and now I no longer need it, and I've been weaned off it, and eventually I'll be completely off it. I was taking it every day, then every second day, now every third day, and then it'll be like down to once a week or whatever, and then I'll be off it. It's just, you need to wean yourself off it. You can't just come straight off medication like that, because it could cause an imbalance. And you know what, I've been on it since January, and it's helped me so much, and I don't need, like, I don't feel like I need to be on it anymore. I'm so much happier. I am feeling so much better about myself and everything. So in my opinion, if you need help with your mental health, you go and you get it done. It's just like your car, if it needs to be serviced and taken care of, and it needs diesel or petrol, you go and you just do it. You don't think about it. Why would you not think that way about your own self, you know? I don't feel like I'm going to need to go in a fortnight's time. I won't know until after the session, but probably next month. I just think it's nice to know that I can attend counselling when I need it. I don't feel like I need it as much as I used to in the early days. When I first started attending counselling, I was really, like, I said I was irrationally angry, but my counsellor actually said that I was very rationally angry, and I had every reason to be. I also felt like just like my life was in a shambles at the time. Just stuff wasn't going right. And you know what, once I started like attending counselling, we aired out loads of things, and I got to realise certain things, and it was just great to have an outside perspective on what was going on with me. And she just helped so much, especially when it comes to like food and stuff like that, and she was helping with that. So we haven't like gotten into the nitty-gritty of like food and eating and stuff like that, but I know that that will come eventually when I you know, feel ready to discuss that and stuff. But I feel like it was a really good positive choice for me to attend counselling and to get medication on, you know, the recommendation of my doctor, because I actually really did need it at the time. But now everything is just getting much better, and life's improving. And like I said, if you need to be on those things for life, you need to be on them for life. And if you don't need to be on them for life, you just use them at the time that it's necessary to be on them, or to attend counselling, whatever it may be. Like I said, I wasn't going to discuss it because I feel like it might be a bit too private. You know, it's my private life as well at the end of the day. But I also feel like at the same time, it is a very important topic, and not enough people talk about it. And there's always this taboo with it, and there's always this kind of like secret, and you know, something that you shouldn't be doing. And oh, my car just cut out. for some random reason. Yeah, but sometimes I feel like people say, oh, you shouldn't be discussing that, and what would you be doing attending counselling for? You don't need counselling, or why would you need to be on medication, or why would you need to be doing this? Or I feel like certain people who don't understand mental health issues will say things like that. Never really suffering from anything too, you know, bad with my mental health over the years, would have never had that. I would have never had that attitude, because, you know, there's people in my family with mental health issues, and I just am much more acceptant of it. And I just feel like, you know, if people need help, they need help, and why would you make someone feel bad about it, or that it's for attention or anything like that? You know what, I just thought that I needed to just mention that this morning, and I just hope it was of some help to anybody. And maybe if there is anyone out there thinking of going to their doctor and maybe speaking to their doctor about how they're feeling, or if they were considering going to a counsellor, that it has worked wonders for me, and that it was the best decision I ever made. And now, because of making those decisions back then, I wasn't delaying the progress of getting better, and now I feel much better in myself. I feel much happier. Life has like done a complete 180. Everything has just improved, and I think it's just my outlook on life as well has changed and stuff like that, and I just feel so much better. That's all I wanted to kind of mention this morning. I'm going to get a coffee now. My appointment's not till 11. I'm just after spilling coffee all over my handbag. How amazing. So last night I went to the cinema with John, and we went to see a movie called Adrift. And I thought that it'd be something that both of us would really enjoy, because it was kind of like adventure and about, I'm not going to obviously spoil it just in case anyone does go and see it, but it was about adventure and about a couple who travel on a boat. We're sailing to California, and it was just a really enjoyable movie. Like, I didn't think that it'd be something I'd really like, but I cried at it, I laughed at it, I thought it was a really good movie. So if you are thinking of going to see that movie Adrift, it's really well worth it. I actually quite enjoyed it. Mission Impossible is out next week. Sorry, I had to put the window down. It is boiling in this car. That's a movie that I really want to go and see. So I just said we'll go and see Adrift this week, and then go see that next week. I don't have any major plans this evening. I have a lot of work to do. So once I'm finished counselling, then I have to go home and edit and just kind of catch up on work. I feel like this week I've done nothing but work. It's been insane. Like, I've just been so busy. Yesterday morning I went out for a run, and I felt really good after going out for the run, and I was going to do it this morning, but I just didn't have time with work and stuff like that. But sure, look, hey ho, that's life. I'm just finished my counselling session. It went amazingly well. Got a couple of exercises to do. Sometimes my counsellor gives me exercises to do after counselling, and one was like a breathing exercise and a little bit of meditation. So I'm very excited to put that to practice. I love meditating anyway, and I do that quite a lot, but I just feel like I haven't done it much lately, and she was explaining to me that I should get back into meditating and stuff. But I feel like my conversations are getting so much lighter now, and that things are just on the up, and counselling is something that, you know, I'm not needing as much anymore, and I always feel much better after I leave. And I know a lot of you in my last vlog were worried about my nails as well. I was saying I was getting my nails done. Guys, I'm not going like long claw nails anymore with my stiletto nails. As much as I miss them, they're not convenient for me at the moment, and instead I'm going to get like just like a little bit longer than my natural nail, and just keep them as natural as possible, just with a colour on them. That's all. Like, I don't even know. I might just even get shellac. I don't even know. I'm just not gonna get them really long anymore, because not that I'm not into it, it's just at the moment I don't really want it for the summer, and you know, it's just not convenient for me. I made a small little Beauty Bay order, and I just ordered my favorite lashes. These are from House Lashes, and they're the Allura Light, and I wear them all the time. They're like my go-to lashes. So many people ask me when I'm wearing lashes what I'm wearing, and it's usually these. I think they're €15, so that might seem a bit pricey for lashes. However, you can reuse them up to 20 times, and I've reused them definitely more than that, some of these lashes. If you just clean them and you just look after them, they're synthetic as well, so they're not real hair, which is great. And then the other thing I got was from Ofra. I got a miniature version of their highlighter in Rodeo Drive. I've heard so much about this highlighter, and the little version of it was only a tenner. I'll link it down below for you guys just if you're interested. But I just thought that it'd be nice to try it out. I didn't want to buy a full version of it. I think it's like €30 for the full version, or the full size. I just wanted to try it just in case I wasn't keen, because I have so many highlighters, and in my opinion, what is the point of adding another one that you might only half like? Oh my god, I can't open this. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It's so pretty. So let's swatch it and see. The colour's nice. Ooh, it's so pretty. It's gold. It reminds me of the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish. It's just the feel of it. So that's a swatch of it in the back of my hand. I know it's hard to kind of tell with just a swatch if it's going to be nice on the skin, but it is really pretty colour. And yeah, I'll try it out in a video and see what I think of it. But yeah, I only picked up 2 items from Beauty Bay. I usually go ham on the Beauty Bay website, but I was trying not to overbuy things because I tend to buy way too much makeup, as you already know. Do you remember the other day, guys, I showed you the new JLo stuff from Inglot? Well, I went and made a little sneaky purchase myself, and the products arrived. I just wanted to show you them. So I got 3 of the eyeshadows, I got 2 more lipsticks, 1 lip gloss, and then a lip liner that's not from the collection. It's my favourite lip liner from Inglot. It's number 63 and I adore this lip liner. That's the lip liner number 63 and it's their soft precision lip liners. It's like €10 and it's my favourite lip liner from the JLo collection. The first thing I got was their lip glossy, and I got the shade Gold Lips because I've heard a ton of rave reviews about this. Lots of people saying that this is the most magnificent lip gloss ever, and it is a gold shade, so it's really unusual, really different, and something that I don't actually own in my collection. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that, but it is like a gold shade and it has specks of glitter in it. Something really unusual. I think it'd be an amazing lip topper. Just look at the glitteriness of that. It's just beautiful. And then I wanted to try out some of the eyeshadows because I've heard that these are kind of like a different type of formula to the other Inglot eyeshadows, and I love Inglot's eyeshadows, so I said I would pick up some of the shades just to see what they're like. So I got the shade Sienna, which looks like this. It's just a really warm toned brown. Then I picked up this black, and it's just called Pitch Black. I actually don't have a black eyeshadow from Inglot. And then the last shade that I picked up was this shade called Bordeaux, which is like a purpley dark brown shade. I don't know if you can even see that. Yeah, there we go. You can kind of see it a bit better in the light there. It's actually more purple. I don't know why the camera's showing it up as a really, really dark brown, but there is an awful lot of purple in it. It's like a purple deep dark brown. So I didn't have anything like those from Inglot, so I said I would pick up those coloured eyeshadows. And then for the lipsticks, I picked up the shade Mauve, which is one of the matte shades. So the other lipstick wasn't matte, this one is, and that's Mauve. It actually doesn't really look that mauve, if you can see it there. It looks more like a cool toned brown. The other shade I picked up is called Champagne, so I don't know if you can see that, but it's a really nice brown shade. It's not too fleshy toned, so it's like a perfect nude for me. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really obsessed with that. And again, that's like a matte shade, so I'm going to use this with the 63 lip liner and then the Goldie Lips on top lip gloss. I just think that'll be really nice. And then try some of the new eyeshadows. I think that's what I'm going to wear tonight. Obviously tonight I'm going to Connemara, so I just think it'd be nice for dinner. I have crazy hair. If I hadn't mentioned already, it's Saturday. I probably didn't mention that. And we are heading off to Connemara today. I didn't finish my vlog yesterday because John called over. We had dinner and then we just kind of watched a movie. Sorry, I'm like cutting the top of my head off. I need to currently now sort my life out, sort my hair out, what the hell is happening with it, and get dressed, pack a bag, and then we're heading off to Connemara, which I'm very excited about. I'm just looking forward to going away for the weekend with John and having a bit of fun and meeting some of his friends and going kayaking tomorrow, which will be all very exciting. John got his new car actually yesterday for work. A lovely white Golf, absolutely beautiful car, and I drove it around last night. It's so sensitive because it's a brand new car. Clocked up the first mileage on it and he was like, I felt really cool like clocking up the first like 50 miles on it, because obviously he was working yesterday. I drove it last night and it's actually really nice, really sensitive, because I'd be used to like my car, my diesel car, and it's old, really old, and his car is brand new and it's just really sensitive on the brakes and stuff. But it's an absolutely gorgeous car, really nice to drive. So I just popped in the new eyeshadows from Inglot in here. I didn't realise that this Bordeaux shade from Inglot. It looks very similar to this shade up here. I just swatched them beside each other and they're very similar. So this shade here is number 298 and it's very, very similar to Bordeaux. So if you have 298, Bordeaux is just a little bit more purple, like the teeniest bit, and you really don't need both. But this is a very unusual colour. This is colour Sienna. It's really different. I thought it might be like this shade, but they're very different. You can see this is like a more mustardy shade, and then maybe like that, but they're very, very, very different shades. So that's Sienna, that's the other dark shade, and then that's the kind of peachy shades. So they're all quite different. That shade up top is number 287, and then the other shade that I thought it could be like is this one here. Hang on, 300. So they're very different, just if you're wondering. They're not all my Inglot shadows, but they're just my favorite neutrals, and I just like to keep them in here, and then a pop of color with the purples. So there you go. I'm bringing the 3, look at the state of this makeup bag, it's so dirty. I'm bringing the 3 lipsticks, my lip liner, and then the Goldie lip gloss. I'm also going to bring this lip gloss as well, which is Soft Rose, for a little bit of variety. I'm going to bring this makeup bag instead, but this is filthy as well. Do you remember we had the little incident? I don't know if actually I filmed that, but my foundation exploded all over the inside of this bag, so it's just really, really, really mucky. This is the one that I brought to China with me, and it's such a great handy makeup bag because it's really big. So I think I'm just going to bring this little white one away with me because the Hello Kitty one is a mess as well. So I'm just going to pop all these things in. I'm going to bring primers. I'm bringing the Fresh and Fit and the Infallible with me. For foundation, I'm going to bring Wet n Wild. I'm bringing 2 shades because I'm in between. I'm bringing the Born This Way because when I want a natural makeup look, this is just what I go for. It's just concealer. It's their new multi-use sculpting concealer, and I am in the shade Sand, and I just pop this underneath my eyes, around anywhere that I have blemishes on my face, and it acts like a foundation. I have it in a darker shade as well, just for around the tops of my forehead and stuff, but I'm not going to bother bringing that. That'll be ideal tomorrow when we're going kayaking and I don't really want to wear foundation. Then I also need to bring 2 under eye concealers. This one's almost gone, that's why I'm bringing this one as a backup, so that is the story there. So under eye powder and face setting powder. Then I'm bringing a bronzer. This is MAC Give Me Sun. Blush is NARS's Madly. I was going to bring this JLo highlighter, but it might be a bit clunky, so instead I'm going to bring this Ophir one that you saw yesterday, and this is the Rodeo Drive, and it's just teeny tiny and I like the colour of it, so I'm going to bring that with me. Eyes, I'm just going to bring the Inglot palette, which I'll just leave out separately over there. And then for my other eye product, I'm just going to bring the new Inglot JLo, what was this called? The Blazing Rose pigment. Just going to bring that with me. I'm going to bring these 2 mascara. Actually, do you know what? I'm only going to bring this one because it's my favourite one. Brow product, I'm bringing the Ferocious Brow from The Balm. I'm going to bring my MAC Costa Riche eyeliner with me, and I think that's basically all I'm going to be bringing. That seems like a lot of makeup just for a day. Hey ho, there you go. I always overpack makeup. Packed and ready with makeup. Now to move on to clothes. So I'm going off to Connemara right now, guys, and I'm going to, oh, there's a door open here, hang on, I have to close the door. I'm going to John's first, and then we're going to head off down the west, or over to the west, and I'm very excited. My camera's actually flashing at me, so I probably won't get much actually done today, but today is not like today's just like driving down there. If I get any more footage of today, I'll just stick it in if there's anything more exciting going on, but to be honest, it's a road trip down and there's never really anything too exciting. We're going for dinner tonight. We're meeting up with John's friend and his girlfriend. That's what we're doing tonight, so nothing too exciting, but tomorrow's gonna be so much fun. So we're just after arriving in Connemara, and we're just by the coast at the moment. Look at all the little Kirk boats. John's taking over driving. I'm not driving anymore. We swapped over in Galway City and now we're out here. So we're gonna go and chill now and then kind of watch a movie or relax, wind down. Then we're gonna have dinner, and then I don't really know what else we're up to tonight. Nothing exciting, but sure, I'll fill you in as we go along.